Okay, hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you in my class, which is basically the course of ACCA F2, and it's also called MA, and it stands for Management Accounting. Okay, now just to introduce myself, my name is Ahmed Shafi. Okay, and I am from Karachi, Pakistan, and I'm associated with Mirchawala's Hub of Accountancy, okay, as an executive director. And Mirchawala's is, alhamdulillah, the most trusted brand in online education in the last few years. Okay, I teach ACCA MA, that's management accounting. Then I teach ACCA PM, performance management. Then I teach ACCA FM, financial management, AA audit and assurance, and finally AFM, advanced financial management. Okay, I have teaching experience of more than 15 years, and numerous of my students have secured nationwide and worldwide place winners in almost every attempt. As just before the class, you can see the screen, the subjects I offer, and the worldwide and nationwide positions scored by my students. Okay, so without wasting any of the further time, let's just formally start ACCA F2 Management Accounting. Okay, now in today's session, I will give you a brief introduction about this paper regards to what this paper is exactly all about. Now, management accounting is in many languages also called cost accounting. Okay, management accounting in many languages is also called cost accounting. It's somewhat interchangeable. You call management accounting cost accounting. And in this syllabus, you have everything to do with costs, right? The paper is of cost accounting. So whatever you have to do that relates to costs, okay? Cost control, cost reduction, cost planning, budgeting, everything is included in this syllabus, okay? And once you complete the syllabus, obviously you have to give the exam of this particular paper of this cost accounting or management accounting. So let me tell you what the paper pattern is, okay? Now, when you will be giving the exam of this management accounting paper, the paper is based on two sections, Section A and Section B. Okay, now when you talk about Section A, that's worth 70 marks. Okay, and for testing the 70 marks, you will face 35 short questions commonly regarded as MCQs or fill in the blank question, whatever. And every question will be of 2 marks each. Okay, so 35 MCQs and every MCQ is of 2 marks each. It becomes 70. Okay. As far as the second section, Section B is concerned, the worth of Section B is 30 marks. Okay. Now in Section B, you got 3 long questions which are called MTQs or which are called OTQs. MTQ stands for multitask questions. OTQ stands for objective type questions. Okay. And every question has a worth of 10 marks each. Okay. So if you're getting 3 long questions, MTQs or OTQs, and each OTQ is 10 marks each, it becomes 30. Now, what exactly is this OTQ or MTQ? Now, long question doesn't mean you have to type anything or perform calculations on a drafted sheet. No, nothing like that. It's just a small case study of 10, 15 lines, 2, 3 paragraphs, small case study. And from that case study, there are 5 short questions of 2 marks each, most likely MCQs, extracted from that scenario. So that basically 5 short questions of 2 marks each, 10 marks are linked to that case. That's why they're called objective type or multitask questions. Okay, so 70 marks Section A, 35 MCQs of 2 marks each, and 3 long questions, 10 marks, case study, and for every case study, you have to solve 5 requirements of 2 marks each. This makes approximately 30 marks, and 50% is the passing marks. To pass the exam, you must score 50. However, taking our course and if you follow our guidelines, 50 is not a good score. You must score above 70. Okay, this is the paper pattern. If you want to quickly take some notings, you can do it. Okay, now what I will do next, that obviously before starting any course, you must know that what exactly is the course outline, what are you going to study. So I will quickly jot down the course outline of this paper. Then I will explain you the course content so that you know that the paper you are studying has how many aspects, okay? Okay, so this is the long course outline. Once you copy, I will start discussing it. Okay, so the course outline is that your syllabus or course is broken into 6 sections. Now, obviously, these sections are distributed by me. Maybe you will open the Kaplan study text, you won't see this section distribution. You open the BPP study text, you don't see this section distribution. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter that whether Kaplan has broken them into sections or not, BPP has broken them into 5 sections, and I'm saying 6 sections. The important thing is that all the topics and chapters mentioned have to be covered. Either we say that it's Kaplan approach, either we say it's PPP approach, either we say it's any other text approach, doesn't matter. What matters is that all topics mentioned here, all chapters mentioned here have to be covered. Okay. So section A is basic Coxaconan section. which will give you chapters like accounting for management, who is management, what are management, sources of data, how do you capture data, how to present information, cost classification and cost behavior. Okay. Section B will teach you how to forecast things, predict things, and summarizing and analyzing data. You know, data is something too much. So how to summarize it, that will be explained by section B. Section C seems to be a long section, how to handle materials of the organization, workforce, labor of the organization, other expenses, overheads of the organization, two costing techniques, absorption, marginal costing, then process costing, then joint and byproducts, job bad service costing, and then alternative costing principles. So these are 8 topics approximately in section C. Part D, section D is all about budgeting, how to make budgets, budgeting, the process of budgeting, how to make budgets work, and investment appraisal, that whenever you are going to invest your money anywhere, how to appraise or evaluate that. Okay. Section E is standard costing and variances. You will discuss 2 types of variances here, cost variance and sales variance. Okay. And section F is all about target setting and evaluation of financial and non-financial performance. Okay. So this is what your course outline looks like, which we will complete over the span of our syllabus. Okay. Now, usually the MTQ comes from 3 MTQs. Usually, it's not written somewhere. Usually, 1 MTQ from budgeting, 1 MTQ from variances, and 1 MTQ from performance measurement. Remember the 3 MTQs of section B of 10 marks. 1 comes from usually section E, variances, 1 comes from section F, target setting, and 1 comes from section D, budgeting. Okay. MCQs can come from across the syllabus. 35 MCQs can be spread across the syllabus. Okay. Now, how will we study? The usual pattern of our study is that you will start firstly through section A. Okay, we will start firstly through section A. And once we complete section A, then we will be moving towards any of the section. Maybe I will move towards section C, maybe I will move towards section B, maybe I will move to section D. So that's not a problem. Obviously, till the end, all areas will be covered, but we will start with section A. Okay. So in section A, the first topic we are going to start is these 2. Cost classification and cost behavior. And once we are done with cost classification and cost behavior, then we will do the remaining 3 aspects. All these are theoretical areas. So we will discuss all 3. Firstly, we are starting with cost classification and cost behavior. Okay. You need to copy some stuff which I'm sharing on the screen. Before starting this section, I forgot to tell you one thing. You need to use study text of either BPP or Kaplan. You can use any study text of the publisher, either BPP or Kaplan, and you have to use the revision kits of BPP and Kaplan. I did not say or Kaplan. The revision kits have to be taken of both BPP and Kaplan, because both have some very good questions. Although we will solve the revision kits 60-65% with you in the classes as well. You need to take both revision kits, and the study text will be either take BPP or either Kaplan, doesn't matter. Okay. And together with that, there will be a notes file, which I will share with you on email. Okay. So these are the 3 study materials which we are using. The notes file, which I will send you an email. Study text, either use BPP or Kaplan. Revision kits, both BPP as well as Kaplan. So if we do all these things before going in the exam, how to prepare, that will be taught in the last class. But this is the study material which you need to keep. Okay. So let's start topic number 1, section A. Please note that what study material you will be needing. The notes file, I will email it to you. Okay. And study text, either take BPP or Kaplan, and the revision kit, both. Okay. So we're starting section A, topic number 1, cost classification and cost behavior. Okay, note this, then I will start explaining. We're starting section A, topic number 1, cost classification and cost behavior. Okay, now if you're starting cost accounting paper, right? This is the cost accounting management accounting paper, and you're starting topic number 1, cost classification, cost behavior. So whenever you are starting a cost accounting paper, the first information which must be in your mind is what is cost, right? Like someone is studying mathematics, he must know what is mathematics. Someone is studying financials, he must know what is financial. So if someone is studying economics, he must know what is economics. So if you're studying cost accounting, the first thing you must know is what cost is. Okay. Now, how do we define cost? Any expenditure incurred in making a product is called cost. That is outflow in making a product. Remember, whenever we make a product, the product is not made for free. There is some outflow. There is some expenditure incurred in making the product. That is called cost. Like, for example, consider a bakery owner. He's making a cake. Do you think the cake would be made for free? No. He will incur some expenditure in making that cake. That is called cost. Like if he spends $5 on making that product, $5 is the cost. Consider a pizza shop. A shop makes pizzas and sells to customers. So if you're making a pizza, does it get manufactured for free? No. There is some expenditure incurred in making a pizza. That is called cost. Like let's suppose you spend $20 in making a pizza. That is outflow, that is cost. Go at a larger scale. Toyota company making cars. Is the car manufactured for free? No. They incur some expenditure in making that car. Outflow in making that car, that is cost. Let's suppose they spend 10,000 US dollars in making that car. That is cost. Okay, so any expenditure incurred in making a product is called a cost. A person is constructing his house. When he makes the house, it's not for free. There is some expenditure in constructing that house. That is called cost. Okay, so any expenditure incurred in making a product is called cost. And after incurring cost, we add profit to get price. Like cost, add profit is price. For example, consider a bakery owner, which I gave you the first example. He incurred $5 in making the cake. That's cost. $5 was incurred in making the cake. That's cost. Will he sell the cake for $5? No. $5 was incurred in making the cake. That's cost. He will add some profit. Let's suppose $2 will profit. What will be selling price? $8. Okay. Let's suppose a pizza shop owner spent $20 in making a pizza. That's cost. Will he sell the pizza for $20? No. He will add some profit. Let's suppose $5. So price is $25. If you spend $20 in making a pizza and you sell it for $20, you won't earn anything. Okay. Similarly, Toyota company spends $10,000 in making a Toyota car. They won't sell it for $10,000. They will add some profit. Let's suppose $2,000. The price becomes $12,000. Okay. So any expenditure incurred in making a product is called cost. Okay, any outflow incurred in making a product is called cost. After incurring cost, the company adds profit to get price. Cost plus profit is price. I gave you some examples that let's suppose a cake shop makes a cake. So cake isn't made for free. They spend $5 in making a cake. That's cost. Even if you make anything in your own home, it costs money. So whatever you incur to make a product, that's cost. Then we add profit to get price. Okay. Now, an interesting thing. This is a very good area. No matter whatever product you make, obviously you spend money on making that product, that's cost. The cost of that product is always made up of 3 elements. No matter whatever product you make, the cost of that product is always made of 3 elements because there are only 3 elements of cost in real world. You won't be able to find a 4th element or challenge you. Okay? No matter whatever product you make, the product isn't made for free, right? We incur some money in making that product. That is called cost. Okay. Now, no matter whichever product you select, the cost of that product will be made up of 3 things. 3 elements: material, labor, and expense. Okay. Material basically means items used in making product. Material basically means items used in making product. Okay. Labor commonly refers to workforce. Okay. And there are some expenditures in making a product which can neither be said material nor labor. They are called expenses. Let me explain it to you. Whenever you make a product, you make cake, you make car, you make pizza, you make a house, it costs money. There is some expenditure incurred. That is called cost. Okay. Now, no matter whichever product you make, the cost will always be made up of 3 elements. Because there are 3 elements of cost, there is no 4th element of cost. The 3 elements are material, labor, and expense. 3 elements are material, labor, and expense. Okay. Items used in making a product is material. Now, obviously, let me explain you about material. Let's suppose you have a wooden table in front of you. When you made that wooden table, was it for free? No. It incurred some cost, expenditure, that is cost. Now, how was that cost made up of? 3 things. Is this wooden table made of something? Yes, wood. That's material, item used in making product. Okay. Was some workers involved? Yes. Did you pay to workers? Yes. Labor. And in making table, do you think some electricity and stuff like that came? Yes. So whatever wood was used, we call it material. Whatever labor did, we call it labor. Workers did, we call it labor. Okay. But electricity expense came. So can you say electricity is my material? No. Can you say electricity is my labor? No. So anything which is neither material nor labor is called expense. So see, the wooden table was made for, let's suppose, $100. This $100 was made up of 3 things: wood, material, workers worked, labor, we paid them, we paid for wood. And there was some expenditure which was neither material nor labor, that's expense. Another example. Let's suppose a bakery owner is making cakes. Let's suppose a bakery owner is making cake. Obviously, when he will make cake, the cake won't be made for free. Obviously, when he's making cake, the cake will not be made for free. It will incur some money. That is cost. It will incur some money. That is cost. So let's suppose the cake was made for $5. Expenditure incurred in making cake, $5 is the cost. Now this $5 expenditure was incurred in making the cake, that's cost. It will always be made up of three things. Were some items used in making cake? Yes. Flour, eggs, butter, sugar, some items were used in making cake. That is called material. Was some worker involved in making cake? Yes, labor. Did making of cake require the consumption of some electricity or gas? Yes. So you cannot say electricity or gas is my material. No, they're not items used. You cannot say they are my workers. They're not your labor. You can call them expense. Now challenge, find a fourth item. You can't. Because whenever a product is made, the cost is always made up of three things: material, item used, labor, workers, and any other thing, expense. Go to the second example. Go to the second example. The second example I gave you was of pizza. I was talking to you about a pizza shop. Let's suppose a pizza shop makes pizzas. When they will make a pizza, the pizza won't be made for free. It will cost some money. Let's suppose $20 was spent on making the pizza, that's cost. This $20 cost is made up of three things because there are three elements of cost. Are there some items used in making pizza? Yes, money was spent there. Material like cheese, like dough, like ketchup. Okay, was some worker involved in making pizza? Yes, he was paid some money. That's labor. And electricity, gas, that is neither material nor labor expense. Because when you spend $20 making that pizza, the $20, how was it spent on? Where it was spent? Some $20 was spent on items, material. Some was spent on labor, workers, and any other than that, expense. Okay.
सर चार ने बोला था आज.
Let's go at a big level. Car. Toyota company was making a car. Okay. Let's suppose when they will make a car, obviously the car won't be made for free. It will cost some money, right? The car won't be made for free. It will cost some money. Let's suppose the car was made for $10,000. So when the car was made for $10,000, this was the expenditure incurred in making a car, that's cost. So this 10,000 was the cost. It's definitely made up of three things because three items are the elements of cost. Does there involve some items used in making car? Yes, aluminum, steel, fiber, that's material. Were there some workers involved? Yes, labor, electricity, etc. Expense. Okay, this is not about only the examples I quoted. You can check anywhere. Let's suppose a house was constructed. Was the house constructed for free? No. Let's suppose there was some money spent on house construction, 20,000 USD. That's cost. Expenditure incurred in making a product, that's cost. This cost was always made up of three things. There were three items on which this money was spent. Were there some items used in making the house? Yes, cement, steel, fiber, material. Were there some workers involved? Were they paid? Yes, labor. Was there some any other thing? Yes, transportation, electricity. You cannot say it's your material. You cannot say it's your labor. So any other thing is called expense. So remember, whenever you make a product, it's not made for free. There's always some expenditure incurred in making a product, and that is called loss. Okay, and you can also see, let's suppose you went to a burger shop. The burger shop owner makes burgers. The burgers aren't made for free. He incurs some expenditure, that's cost. Okay, let's suppose on making the burger, he spent $10, that's cost. That $10 will always be spent on three things. Are there some items used in making the burger? Yes, beef, chicken, bread, that's material. Are there some workers involved? Yes, rent, electricity, gas, neither material nor labor expense. So whenever you make a product, it's always made up of three things: material, labor, and expense. So in today's class, we just discussed the course outline, okay? And I told you two basic things. What is cost? Any expenditure incurred, any outflow incurred in making a product is cost, okay? We add profit in that cost to get price, okay? And whenever you spend money on anything, that's cost. It's always made up of three things: material, item used, labor, workers, and any other That's neither material nor labor. That's expensive. Okay. Signing off for today. We will continue this topic in the next class. Take care.